Ever in Strongman. Pécs, a beautiful university town in southern Hungary, set in the Mecek Mountains. And our athletes are from all over the globe, and they will represent 6 areas. Central Europe, obviously Hungary will be a part of that. The Baltics, Western Europe, Iberia, Scandinavia, and then finally there will be a team of 3 from around the globe. One of them will be an Australian, the others from Canada, and one from South Africa. All competing in this beautiful town, and these people from Pécs really love their strongman. They've held a lot of competitions here. So let's have a look first of all at the guys competing. In the Central Europe team, you've got Laszlo Fekedi and Tibor Mazaros, both of Hungary. Mazaros, a great deadlifter, and then Bernd Kerschbaumer, 4 times Austria's strongest man. The Baltic guys, Andrius Muromets from Estonia, Estonia's strongest man. From Latvia, it's Kazelniks, police officer, and Vilius Petrauskas, also a police officer from Lithuania. From South Africa, it's David Cooks. He's South Africa's strongest man. Jason Paulin, well, he's still living in the shadow of Hugo Girard, but a very strong man indeed. And from Australia, Derek Boyer. From Holland, Jarno Hams, he's been the Netherlands' strongest man on a couple of occasions. Heinz Olesch of Germany, 9 times he's competed at the world's strongest man. From Holland, it's Shaq Ruska. More about his famous uncle later. Jorge Gonzalez of Spain, well, he's part of the Iberian team, which come from Spain and Portugal. Ivan Rodriguez and Nuno Martins round out the team. Martins, Portugal's strongest man. Tommy Lotte of Scandinavia, he is Finland's strongest man, 6'6" tall, 2 meters. René Menkvits of Denmark, many times on the world scene. And finally, Kalle Lanna, world-class competition. Now this event, let me explain it to you as we go along here. The Iberian team starting off, and it's 9 stones. Each stone has to be lifted in succession. The first stone 140 kilos, the final stone 210. First team, and Central Europe up against the Iberians. 180 kilos in each hand. I think this is going to be too much for the Iberian boys. Look at Mazaros though, the Hungarian, firing into the lead here. 3 elements in this medley. Let me talk you through quickly. 30 meters with these 2 suitcases. 180 gameplay here with the Hungarians. 180 kilos in each hand. Well, Tibor Mazaros, the greatest deadlifter in the world, in their team.
Cameras, ready? Timekeeper, athlete.
So will this turn into be a Baltic day? That's not what the Central European team thought. I'm quite certain of that. In this third event then, the tire flip, each man has to do 8 flips of the tire. 400 kilos or thereabouts this tire. What lovely handles it's got on it. Brand new tire. They've done very well in getting these new Goodyears. Sometimes, of course, in competitions, they get very old tires that have come off some enormous tractor somewhere. Very smooth, very slippery to hold.
One more.
Makes it all the harder. You can see Lana. So it's going to be out with the Baltics now then. And these 2 guys have some incredible power between them, but they're trying to time it. You hear them talking to each other. Muromets on the side there, trying to tell him the time, get the rhythm going to lift it. Takes a few seconds for Muromets to strap himself on. The grip, so difficult with such a heavy weight. You really do need the strapping. That adds a very large amount of friction onto your hands and helps you grip the bar. Well, they're going to go for another attempt. I'd be very surprised if they managed it now. Kazelniks and Petrauskas giving it one last attempt. Knees locked, hips locked, arms straight, chest out, head up. Only one man has to do that, of course, because if you have a short man, let's say a 5'10" man up against a 6', or combined with a 6'6" guy, then you can imagine the 5'10" man will be standing erect a long time before the 6'6" man. So it only has to be one guy who locks his hips out. Derek Boyer and Jason Paulin for the world team. What can they produce? Can they manage the 1,100 kilos? No, not today. So it looks like a failure for those guys. And so far, it's Western Europe with Olesch and Ruska who go into the lead as Team World fails. They go out of the competition along with Iberia and out then with Team Baltic, the Baltic team. Kazelniks. No, I'm sorry, it's the Intercontinental Trophy. 6 teams of 3 athletes from all around the world, all competing for the title of the Team 3-Team Championship. And at the moment, it's the Baltic states who are in the lead. The lads from Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Well, this is the deadlift. And the first team up is the Iberians. And they're desperately trying to lift 1,100 kilograms. A lot higher than you might do in the gym with a normal bar. But 1,100 kilos still. Well, let's break it down. 550 kilos for each man. That's an enormously heavy lift. All of the teams have been successful at 800, 900 and 1,000. So we're joining the competition quite late on. So the lads are a little bit tired. These gentlemen from Spain. We have Gonzalez and Martinez. Or rather Martins. Martins from Portugal, of course. So the Iberians have failed.
Lower level, so it's okay for us. These are very big and very strong guys, so Portugal and Spain still has to go higher. To
140 kilos, well, it's quite complicated to understand. Let me try and explain it to you. Basically, they're allowed 90 seconds per weight, and they have to do as many lifts as they can in that 90 seconds. So let's say they did, oh, that is very nasty for the Iberian. Well, I'll explain the rules to you in just a second. I do hope Gonzalez is okay. This young man from Spain, 26 years old, strongest man of Spain, you can see, just loses his footing and, oh, that is incredibly painful. Well, the crowd clapping their support.